a pleasure to be here after so many years and really decades of effort. This is truly a lifelong achievement of really all of us up here, and we know the community has played an essential role in helping us make that happen. We have spent a lot of time trying to make sure that we got the right name, a lot of time. And this branding name is the one I think we needed to have. And it's not only the one because it kind of rolls off the lips when you're on the Route 1 corridor, obviously, but it's also the one because we have the number one president, first president in the country who has a house right along this corridor. And while he may not be among the living at this point in time, he clearly is part of all of us and all of our lives. So he's number one in my book, for sure. We also have the number one employment location in the state, Fort Belvoir. More employees on Fort Belvoir, more dollars generated on Fort Belvoir than anywhere else in the state. More than 50,000 employees. We've also got the highest point in Fairfax. We're number one in terms of the highest elevation in Fairfax County, right along this corridor. And finally, I can say personally, and I think Rodney will probably agree with this, and I think maybe Jeff, if he takes off his county hat for a minute, can agree that these are the number one county districts in the county. So we think we're number one across the board here. So
wherever I am at the moment is number one.
Well, we definitely appreciate the fact that all of our roots are pretty deeply embedded here because we care deeply about this area. So how did we get here? How did we create the one? Well, first and foremost, it speaks to the uniqueness of the service of this corridor. The fact that the frequent traffic on this road and the commuter way that it has been, and what we are now changing it into the main street of our corridor, that's number one what it's about in my book. Our new main street right here. It's a cool, modern, and one participant in the study that was done said it reminds him of a marriage proposal because it is betrothed to the one. Betrothed to the one. We're all married to the one now. It's also a reference that places that our buses operate up and down the corridor so that everyone in the community can understand the location, obviously right on the one. It's also a place where, one of our youth focus group members said, the one brings the whole community together because we are the one. I also like to think of it as a sports analogy where we're number one. We're number one. So we're really pleased, obviously, with where we've come from and all the work that's gone into making us that. The history here, the connection to the community, all those are really key parts to why we're here. But it's also based on what we have an abundance of in this corridor as well, which are people who care deeply about what we do, how we do it. Those are our volunteers. Those are the people that were very, very involved with the public outreach that came to bring this name together. Mary Payton, and anybody who knows Mary, she's definitely number one in terms of her advocacy for everybody in this corridor. Walter Clark, our planning commissioner, has been a huge part of everything we've done and been a long-term. Earl Flanagan, who's maybe almost 100, so maybe in that case he gets a one because I know he's close to that. And Earl has been a key part of our community for decades. Kathy Ledeck, Maddie Palmore, Dick Knapp, Sonia Kaysen, Philip Son, Myra Addison, Rodney, Bruce Leonard, Carlos Hurd, Peter Jimenez, Marcia Crockett, and James Medigliasio. All these folks have played a critical role in coming up with this name and bringing us here to this point today. I'm very, very excited about the launch of this new brand. I think it clearly will continue to mold the identity of Richmond Highway Corridor as number one as we go forward, and number one as the place to be. So thank you all very much for being here. And I get the pleasure of introducing Monica Backman, CEO of Northern Virginia Transportation Authority, and she's going to bring more thoughts about how this important partnership has come to create this facility today. So thank you.